What's going on YouTube? Ronin for Allgate 7 here, guys, and what a great time it is to be a Fluffle fan, because a lot of new Fluffle cards have been leaked over the past week here, and there's so many cards, guys, that I'm probably gonna have to make a second part. So today I just want to focus on the Fluffle and Frifer monsters, and in the next video I'll focus probably on the Edge Imp Saber, on the Edge Imp monsters. That is to say. So first of all, guys, we have here Frifer Sheep, and it is a level 5 Dark Fiend type fusion effect monster with attack 2000 and defense 2000, and it requires 1 Edge Imp Chain and 1 Fluffle monster, and the effect is, if this card if this card attacks or is attacked, your opponent cannot activate cards or effects until the end of the damage step. If this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, or if this card in your possession is destroyed by an opponent's card effect and sent to your graveyard, you can special summon this card from the graveyard, and if you do, it gains 100 attack. You can only use this effect of Frifer Sheep once per turn. Guys, can you say amazing? I mean, okay, first of all, right off the bat, 2000 attack is nothing to get excited for. But then you read the first line of text, and oh my god, guys, how amazing is this card. This is basically Armades. I mean, so much stuff activates in the damage. I mean, like, first of all, like, if you like, I can't even this card is just so amazing, guys. I mean, first of all, like, a lot of like battle hand traps activate during the damage step, like Onuses and Kalutes and things like that, they don't work. Your opponent's monster effects, say they have face down Shadow monsters and you attack them, you can attack them without worrying because their flip effects won't work because they activate during the damage step. Your opponent's Burning Abyss monsters, like things like special summon, or things like when they hit the graveyard during the damage step, they don't work. So yeah. So basically, this is, Armades in the fusion monster form, and how awesome is this? And then this card is going to be even more annoying for your opponent, because if they Raigeki it, if they destroy it by battle, they do anything like that, they Dark Hole it, they Burning Lake of the Burning Abyss this comes back with 800 more attack, so it becomes a 2800 beat stick. And how amazing is that, guys? I mean, sure, you can get rid of it by banishing it or spinning it back, but that's still a pretty awesome effect to have. So all in all, guys, this is a very great, amazing card. Who wouldn't want these effects in a monster card like a fusion? Alright, guys, and so moving on, our next monster is Fluffle Sheep. It is a level 2 Earth Fairy type effect monster with 400 attack and 800 defense, and the effect is, you can only use the second effect of Fluffle Sheep once per turn. 1. If you control a Fluffle monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. 2. You can return one other Fluffle monster you control to the hand. Special summon 1 Edge Imp monster from your hand or graveyard. And guys, right off the bat, another great card. The obvious thing that should be going through your mind when you read this effect is, Fluffle Dog. You go summon Fluffle Dog, search this, bounce Fluffle Dog back to your hand, and then special summon an Edge Imp monster from your graveyard. And yeah, guys, this could lead to some pretty cool, awesome plays. Maybe not super, maybe some OTK potential with this. Who knows? All in all, guys, this is an awesome card and a great addition. And I'm I think this is a must run in all Fluffle builds. If I'm not, if I'm not being too rash here or harsh here or whatever. What I'm trying to say is, yeah, you definitely should be running this in your deck. Great, awesome artwork as well. Look how adorable that bastard is. Alright, guys, and so moving on is Frifer Factory, a continuous spell card. You can only use each effect of Frifer Factory once per turn. You can banish 1 fusion or polymerization spell card from your graveyard. Fusion summon 1 Frifer fusion monster from your extra deck by using monsters you control or have in your hand as fusion materials. 2. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can target 1 of your banished Frifer fusion added to your hand. Alright, guys, so this isn't too bad, and it'll we'll talk about Frifer fusion in a second here. So basically, if you banish the Frifer fusion, you can get it right back when it goes to the graveyard. Isn't too bad. But I don't. If I were a Fluffle player, I'm not gonna be running this. You know, for my fun Fluffle build, I just don't see myself running this because I would rather just get to the point and run this, guys. This is one of the most beautiful cards I have ever seen. Okay, I'm exaggerating there, but let's just get to the damn effect. All right, Fright Fur Fusion, normal. Fright Fur Fusion, normal spell card. You can only activate one Fright Fur Fusion per turn. Fusion summon one Fright Fur Fusion monster from your extra deck by banishing monsters you control or have in your graveyard fusion material. And guys, if this doesn't put, you know, Fluffle decks into the conversation as to what's relevant in the meta, then I don't know what will. This is essentially the Miracle Fusion for Fluffle decks. I mean, it doesn't get much better than this. Finally, this deck has a way to, you know, summon monsters without going negative, without, you know, losing any momentum. You know, just straight up right off the bat, just boom, play this, banish them from your graveyard, and bring your monster out. Bring your Fluffle Tiger out to blow up stuff. Bring your Fluffle Sheep to, you know, to serve as an Armades in case your opponent has like a field full of, you know, has some monsters out there that you don't want their effects activating. Just so amazing. The card artwork is just awesome. You know how all these Miracle Fusion type cards have, like, you know, monsters going in a circle? That's just freaking awesome. I just don't know what else to say about this card, guys. You know, a simple effect. You know, some of the simplest effects are the best effects, and my God, guys, like I said, hopefully this makes deck the Fluffles, you know, at least tier 2. Maybe, you know, of course, I don't think this is gonna make them tier 1. But I think this might make them relevant in the meta. When I say that, I think you're going to see at least 1 or 2 of these top, like every regional. I think a few might sneak into future YCSs. At least, you know, 1 or 2 might sneak into the top 32. That's what I mean. And I'm pretty sure this is going to see some heavy locals play. And it's going to be playable at the local level. And so that's what I mean by meta relevant. And so that's freaking awesome, because a lot of people were just, maybe rightfully so, but a lot of people were just writing this deck off. You know, Asian Ice keeps making fun of it. You know, people have been calling it, you know, Ice Barriers 2.0. But hopefully this gets them to, you know, to shut up and eat some humble pie, because these are some pretty amazing cards. And like I said, maybe not, you know, maybe it's not going to put them into tier 1 status, but it might make them meta relevant and a lot more playable and a lot more fun. And I just can't wait to see all the different builds, all the different experiments people are going to make, because this, you know, Fluffle decks, you know, are going to get, with the Edge Imp cards that I'm going to talk about in a future video, the deck's kind of getting cramped, so we're going to see how people are going to play this deck. And I just can't wait to see all these different weird builds of Fluffles. And so, alright guys, what do you guys think? Do you guys think, you know, have Fluffles finally arrived with this new support? Do they need more support? Are they still Ice Barriers 2.0? Let me know, guys. And as always, I am Ronin Frog 87, bidding you farewell, guys, and I'll see you guys on the next one.